Namaste, Hameshu Kushro Bitiya. I am JVN Dr. Meenakshi, Assistant Professor in Department of Shalakya Tantra, Faculty of Ayurvedic Science, Jyoti Vidyapeeth, Human University. So आज का हमारा डिस्कशन का टॉपिक है एक्सोडोंशिया. What is exodontia? इसकी proper definition है. It is defined as a painless removal of whole of the tooth or part of the tooth with minimal trauma to investing tissues so that the wound heals uneventfully and no post-operative prosthetic problem is created. Methods of extraction are forceps extraction, intraalveolar extraction, and surgical extraction that is called the transalveolar extraction. Types of exodontia. The intraalveolar extraction is also known as the forceps extraction, closed method technique of extraction with the use of forceps and elevators. The second one is the extraalveolar extraction, which is commonly called as the surgical extraction or the transalveolar extraction. It is an open view technique. The traditional exodontia techniques have these two instruments, that's elevator, forceps. The transalveolar extraction is also known as open method of extraction. This method involves the reflection of a mucoperiosteal flap, cutting of the bone, obstructing the removal of the tooth, and if required, sectioning of the roots and then removal. Indication of intraalveolar extraction is a severe caries, severe periodontal diseases, failure of endodontic treatment, orthodontic purpose, prosthodontic purpose, teeth from fracture line, economically failure to preserve the tooth. The contraindications of extraction are systemic contraindications are severe uncontrolled diabetes mellitus, severe myocardial infarction, uncontrolled leukemia and lymphoma, bleeding disorder, pregnancy. And local contraindications are tumor, severe infection of the extraction site. The preoperative assessment are history taking. First one will take the medical history if there is any history of hypertension, jaundice, kidney diseases, rheumatoid arthritis, cardiac diseases, asthma, bleeding disorders. We have to take the dental history if there any history of extraction or uncontrolled bleeding. Then clinical examination, accessibility, mouth opening, then tooth mobility, crown condition of the tooth, oral hygiene status, presence of infection at the site of injection. Then radiological examination in relation to the vital structure, root configuration, condition of the bone of the jaw. Here you can see the inferior alveolar nerve, the mental nerve. Surgeon preparation, wear of hand gloves, mask, eyewear with side shield, surgical gown, sterilization of the above mentioned materials. Patient's preparation, first one prophylactic antibiotics are given, then prophylactic mouth cleansing, then scaling, polishing, brushing, rinsing with antiseptic mouthwash, placement of a towel on the patient's chest, eyewear. Mechanical principles for tooth extractions are expansion of the bony socket, the use of fulcrum or lever, insertion of wedge or wedges, wheel and axle. Expansion of the bony socket by the use of the wedge shaped breaks of the uh, forceps. The forceps should be seated with strong apical pressure to expand crystal bones and to displace the center of rotation as apically as possible. Then movement, buccal or radial, can be lingual or palatal. First, the buccal or labial, the pressure is applied to tooth will expand the buccal cortical plate towards the crystal bone with some lingual expansion of apical end of the root. The second, the lingual or palatal, the pressure will expand the lingual cortical plate at the crystal area and slightly expand the buccal bone at the apical area. Use of fulcrum or lever. A lever is a mechanism for transmitting a modus force with the mechanical advantages of a long lever arm and a short resistance arm into a small movement against great resistance. When an elevator is used for tooth extraction, an acquired contact point can be made on the root surface and a lever can be applied by the handle of the elevator to elevate the tooth or a tooth root from the socket. Here is an image of the lever. Principle of the use of elevator is the wedge principle. Some elevators are designed primarily to be used as a wedge, for example, Apexo and Copeland. This Elevators are forced between the root of the tooth and the investing bony tissue parallel to the long axis of the tooth. Wheel and axle principle. In this, the wheel and axle is a simple machine that effort is applied to the circumference of a wheel, which turn the axle so as to raise a weight. It should could be used as a sole work principle in removing the teeth. It is also used in conjunction with the wedge or lever principles. Aftercare, irrigation of the socket with normal saline or the other antiseptic solution, curettage of the socket to remove bony fragment and granulation tissues, breakdown of the bony sharp edge of the socket toward and the interradicular bone, squeezing of the socket, mouth rinsing with antiseptic solution once, then suturing if required, then last moist gauze pack to prevent the hemorrhage. Post extraction instructions are the patient should be advised to firmly bite on the gauze piece placed on the extraction of socket for a minimum of half an hour after the extraction. The reason is this helps in stabilization of the clot in the socket. Second, the patient should be advised not to rinse his mouth vigorously for the next 24 hours. Mouthwash should be avoided on the first day. Reason being this may cause dislodging of the clot from the socket. Third, the patient should be advised to avoid any hot food for the next 24 hours. Patient should take the cold food. Reason being the heat may cause the vasodilatation and encourage bleeding from the socket. Also, the region may be numb. The patient may not be able to sense the heat and can produce burns. Fourth one, the patient should be advised soft diet on the day of extraction. The reason being the hard food may traumatize the socket clot and cause bleeding. Fifth, the patient is told not to use straw on the day of extraction. The reason being this create a negative pressure in the mouth which may dislodge the clot and cause bleeding. Sixth, the warm saline water rinse and gentle brushing should be advised for the next day. Reason it is very important to maintain good oral hygiene. This should be stressed repeatedly. The patient should brush normally from the next day and also supplement it with warm saline water rinses which help to prevent infection. Next, the anti-inflammatory analgesics should be prescribed. Reason being, any extraction procedure is followed by the some amount of pain and inflammation. Analgesics help to keep the patient comfortable and pain-free during the healing period. So, thank you so much. This session is powered by Digital Version 2.0, Jyoti Vidyapith Women's University. Hope you are satisfied with my digital session. If you have any query, please mention in the comment box. I will resolve it.